In this video, I'm going to be giving you a few tips to help you keep your reed on your bocal and stop it bending up when you play. So, are you ready for this? It's morphin' time! Brontosaurus! And don't forget, if you like this video and other videos on this channel, to hit the subscribe button and make sure that notifications are on so that you can find your way back for the next one. So you have a reed which you are playing consistently, it works well, but that often it tilts up and off of your bocal as you play. There are a few immediate practical solutions that you can do to help combat this from happening. The first, check how much of the bocal enters the tube of the reed once it is secured. 8 to 9 millimeters is the ideal distance here. So if you're not getting that far onto the bocal, then reaming the reed will help it stay on. A reamer should be part of every bassoonist toolkit, even those who buy reeds directly from reed makers like me. Second, make sure that the reed has been strung. This sounds obvious, but the ball at the bottom of the reed will really help create a stable, inflexible tube. If you're winding your own reeds, then make the bottom of the ball sit as close to the bottom of the tube as possible. The higher the ball sits, the more problematic the tilting up of the reed will become. If you have some space between the ball and the bottom of the tube, then add a fourth wire at the very edge of the reed. It doesn't need to be very tight, just enough to help secure the reed down to the bocal. I'm also a strong believer that the kind of string you use to bind your reeds is important and can solve a number of issues, including this one. I find that 100% cotton string swells far too much when wet and will often end up crushing the inside of the tube beneath it, requiring the player to constantly re-ream the reed. I generally use a blended string, which is very good at keeping tension but not reacting problematically to water. Third, if you are making your own reeds but the last solutions haven't helped, then try using a narrower forming mandrel or forming your reeds closer to the end of your forming mandrel. Not all bocal ends are of the same diameter, and it could be that your mandrel was intended to work with a larger diameter bocal. Finally, and much more provocatively, if you've tried all of this, or if your reeds are very well constructed and sit on the bocal securely, but you're still having this problem, then you might be the problem. It is so incredibly important in bassoon playing to give proper air support to the bassoon from the diaphragm. Proper air support is half of the job of being a bassoonist. It is fundamental to making a beautiful sound and keeping the bassoon playing at pitch. If you are not giving the proper air support, then the natural way to correct when playing with others is to bite down on the reed to bring the pitch up. Now, of course, there are some questions which one might also ask. Is your bassoon in tip-top shape? Is your bocal the right length for the pitch that you're playing at? But on the whole, I think the tips that I've already given you earlier are going to solve this issue for the vast majority of people out there who are struggling. So I hope that this video is helpful to you, and don't forget to please consider supporting my online work by becoming a patron via Patreon or by making an order at bassoons.ch. Thanks very much for watching, and take it easy. Bye-bye.